Yeah, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com. I'm playing World of Tanks. The tank I am playing is the T-20. It's an American Tier 7 medium tank, and the map is South Coast. I'm also working on a mission which is to destroy 2 enemy tank destroyers. You'll note that there are only 5 tank destroyers on the enemy team, which are denoted by the upside-down triangles in red on the upper bar, and also by the dark gray tank silhouettes on the right side. So my personal belief is that the tank destroyers are more likely to remain near their base, especially considering there's an artillery unit. So my plan is to flank them by going up the beach, which is of course going to be very difficult, because I'll probably have to fight my way up the beach. Go up the beach, go around through one of the gaps in the north on the west side, in the northwest corner, and then go behind them, which means I'm also going to let them spread out a little bit, and then hopefully find 2 tank destroyers that I can kill. You'll note that there is a tank destroyer that's already been spotted. So I'm going to see if I can move into position where I can hopefully take some shots on him. I'm going to advance on this guy. Looks like he may have gotten a kill. I don't know.
Target lost.
Ah! Now I gotta run. So it was very important that I nail that guy, and unfortunately I was unable to. He had a shot left. That could have given me my first kill. Okay, so at least here's the thing that's really sad about this. The first 2 attempts that I made at this mission, I was like 99% of the way to killing them. Because I had, I literally was like a split second away the first time from getting my second kill of a tank destroyer, and a split second away the second time from getting my second kill. And it's sad because since then I've just had nothing but failures. It's difficult to get a game that has enough tank destroyers that I can kill them. So I'm going to look through my tanks. The T-69 is the one that has the best chance of finishing this mission because it has the autoloader. However, I don't have... Oh, I do have the crew. Okay, so I'm going to send my crew to the barracks and return these guys and try once again with this crew and this tank. This is going to be a different story. With this tank, I can go up to a tank destroyer. He's going to have 1 shot, and I'm going to have 4 shots. And it substantially increases the chance that I will kill the enemy. There's only 3 tank destroyers in this game, and they're all powerful tank destroyers. And they're going to be in the E1 area. So it's going to be difficult to kill them without a lot of luck. I'm in the lower area, I'm going to head to the top of the bridge, and I'm going to sit over there.
Let's get this show on the road.
I might have to play this as a regular game because it's unlikely I'll be able to hunt down their tank destroyers. I have no idea if it's even possible to get up here. There is a road somewhere in front of me. You can see parts of the road. So I see 2 of the enemy tank destroyers already. As you can see, I went diagonally in order to get up the hill. And over here you would do the same thing. I would turn so I go diagonally upwards. And it makes it easier. And there is the Waffenträger. Would be very nice, very nice. I don't know how he's hiding now. I had a shot on him for a moment. Why is everybody shooting at me now? I got destroyed by the enemy artillery. There was little I could do, obviously. Got in a crossfire from 3 different positions. Go back to the garage. I'm going to take a look at all of my tanks for a moment. Excuse me. I'm going to play some different tanks. I'm going to play this one, which is a heavy tank. He's on a different mission. His mission is to get 8,000 hit points blocked by armor dealt and received. And it's very difficult to do it. Whenever you're talking about total damage, if you need to calculate the highest total damage, you want to be in the highest tier tanks, which is obviously tier 10. Tier 10 is going to be easier than tier 8, and the highest tier I have is tier 9. And one of the reasons, if you watch my other videos, you'll know that I don't recommend the tier 10 tanks. Unless you really love that tank, the tier 9 tanks are usually just as good. The tier 9 tanks often have tier 10 guns, and they have tier 10 engines and tier 10 radios. Usually the only thing that's different is the turret and the tracks.
Time to roll out.
So in order to do this mission, it's going to be a lot of work. It's not just... if it were spotting damage, it would be a lot easier, but it's not. I have to... look at that. Some guy aimed and shot at someone on the team. He's probably not going to be the best guy to hang out with. Yeah, I don't want to get... This is obviously lousy. So that Ferdinand hit the AMX CDC, and the AMX CDC obviously is confused as to what's going on, and I don't want to be involved with this, and I don't want these guys to be behind me. That Ferdinand might hit me. He might be just goofing around. Wow, we got a Cromwell up there already. So the key is to get low as quickly as possible. Okay, so we have to report this Ferdinand. So the Ferdinand is complaining about something that the CDC said, which is allegedly why he took a shot at him.
Ready to fire. Enemy is hit.
Ooh, he shot and missed. Now, I knew it would be easier to hit the Tiger than the Cromwell, which is why I switched targets. You want to, if you have a target on the side, it's easier to get the gun depression.
Lost. Permission to engage. Penetration. Ready to go.
Okay, so I was hoping to ram them, but
Ready to fire. Our main gun is damaged. It's working, but not very well. We're immobilized. Target acquired. Target unlocked. We didn't penetrate their armor.
I'm going to hide better, just in case.
Target acquired. Enemy armor is damaged.
Got a lucky shot. Yeah, that tank destroyer was coming after me.
Ready to fire. Enemy armor is destroyed.
He's not so happy.
Permission to engage. Track hit.
What you gonna do, Cromwell? What you gonna do?
Enemy is hit.
I thought it said 837, but it was 387.
Target lost.
Okay. Tank destroyer. I hope he's the last one left. Taking a big risk here. What you gonna do, tank destroyer? Eventually that guy's just gonna die. My team is not moving fast enough. I'm sure they're doing the best they can. Looks like some of them are not, in fact, advancing on this simple prey right here. We got one guy, the Ferdinand, who's coming. As soon as he turns, I'm going to go in and nail him. There you go, buddy. There you go.
Target acquired. Penetration.
What you going to do? What you going to do? I'm going to run. Ah!
Get out.
I guess I should have ran a little faster. So I'm going to report the Ferdinand for unsportsmanlike conduct. I wonder what that weird noise was. Okay, so that's a game. I got spotter, fire for effect. Team score, did number 2 for the team. It's pretty good. You know, I was very aggressive in this game. I got number 2 for the team. 2,000 damage, blocked by armor only 135. I only remember taking one hit, which might have been early in the game when I was behind that rock. Those two numbers are the ones that count. Plus my hit points, not enough to get up to 8,000. I only had 6 penetrations, but I did a lot of damage caused with my assistance. So that's the IS-2. It's going to probably be the STI that completes the mission. Let's see if my other tanks are ready to play. Okay, Mr. T-20. The T-20 has to kill 2 tank destroyers. And like I said, it's very difficult because often the enemy team doesn't have enough. They've got 4 in this game, and it's still going to be difficult to hunt them down and kill them. It's an encounter map. The question is, where will they be? They could equally be on either side.
Move out.
Part of me says the best thing to do is probably to play in the middle somewhere in the town. I think I'll be able to have a better chance, but I have no idea. And this could be a huge mistake, of course. I'm going to be open up to shots from all sorts of different directions. However, I'm more likely to get those tank destroyers from a side view where they'll be exposed. And of course, since I am near the cap, I shall get on the cap. This looks like a nice little place to hide. Just to get right in over here. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Right here. Wow, this is a great spot. So I might sit on the cap and bait the enemy. It looks like I got a buddy over here. The key is not to create a battle, but just to bait the enemy. To force him to do suicide runs and things like that. Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Ready to fire. Penetration. We've lost the track. Enemy armor is damaged. Got him. One of our tracks is damaged. Target acquired. Bail out. This vehicle is hacked.
Okay, that was very difficult, but it was an interesting game. I did get one kill. I uncovered their SPG, who probably thought he was playing really smart. There was a T-28 prototype. I didn't realize he actually came around the corner. I was getting crossfire. I was focused on that Churchill over there. But I could have gotten that T-28. And I'm sure I would have been slaughtered. I mean, it's also possible that my allies were shooting at me in the confusion. I think if we had gotten that Churchill, who was out in the open for some reason, it would have made it a lot easier. But you gotta take what you had. So let's see what we can move on to. I'm going to play another tank. We'll go for the spotting damage. See if I can get, I believe it's 4,000 spotting damage I need to get. And if you survive the battle, you get an extra commendation. So I'm going to count my spotting damage as much as possible and hope to survive the battle. Okay, so it is possible to get spotting damage on this map. The question is how. My plan is either to go to the D1 area or the G9 area. I think the D1 area is going to be best, but how do you get there without being spotted? We got 3 artillery units, so the first thing I'm going to do is go to the train and spot over the rail. Let my artillery take some shots.
Let's go.
So I'm going to head for the train, which is a little over here on the right. And I'm going to go up over here. And then turn around. Didn't see anything.
Target acquired. I don't see the target.
So I'm going to do the same thing over here.
Ready to fire. Enemy armor is hit. Penetration.
Now's a smart time to get low.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Put my good armor forward. I think someone else may have crossed over. Spot and come back down. I'm going to keep running along the rail lines here. Oops.
Ready to fire. Penetration.
Someone hit him, so I should have gotten the spotting damage
Let's
for
find
that.
another target.
But you don't get cocky and sit up by the rail because you can get shot underneath the rail cars.
Ready to fire.
Take a random shot.
Target unlocked. Target acquired. Target acquired. Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration.
Okay, guess what I'm going to do? I am going to run over on their side.
Target unlocked. One of our tracks is damaged.
And just go wherever I want.
We're
Oh,
for it. Everyone
okay. They only had 4 tanks left. Now only 3. So I could probably run all over the place on their side of the map. Did I get 4,000 hit points and damage? I don't know. It's very difficult to tell. I'm sure I got around 1,000 because I did spot a lot of tanks. You need a map like Sand River. That's where I spot the most tanks. This guy obviously is playing very, very conservatively. He's obviously extremely afraid. He's got to watch out for that T1 heavy.
track hit.
Got an SPG coming in. He's going to hit that TOG, I'm sure. Okay, there's only 2 tanks left, and you can see that our tanks are spread out all over the place. They're just absolutely clueless as to what's really going on here. He's in this area. Should be easy to take care of, but gotta nail him. I wish I didn't pay attention to who had killed me, unfortunately. So I got the fire for effect. I was number 2 for the team. I only did 950 spotting damage. It's not very much. Okay, so let's move on to this tank. And this tank's mission, again, is to kill 2 enemy tank destroyers. There are 2 tank destroyers on the enemy team, so my theory is that I'm probably going to fail to do that. The Jackson has a turret, so he'll probably wander around the map unless he's a tank destroyer type player. Now I want to get a lot of experience, and the way to do it is to either kill tanks, get penetrations, or spot damage. I'm going to try to do it by spotting. So I'm going to go to the town area, and I'm going to keep an eye out for that enemy SPG.
Time to roll out.
There's only 1 enemy SPG, but he's almost a guaranteed kill. It will probably be 2 penetrations, maybe 3. Oh, I'm totally going the wrong way. Missing an opportunity to get spotting damage. The AMXs are probably going to get it, not me. Wish I were faster. Only 40 kilometers. 40 kilometers is definitely more than a lot of tanks, but it's still slow. So obviously I did not take a direct route. I really went the wrong way, and it looks like some other tanks did too. Late getting into battle here. We'll go after the T-71. He should be an easy target if he's reloading.
Target acquired.
Just gonna ram him.
Enemy armor is damaged. Track hit. Enemy is hit. Penetration. Our main gun is damaged. It's working, but not very well. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Where did they go?
Okay, so I probably got 4 penetrations. I'm gonna repair my gun.
Target acquired. We didn't penetrate their armor.
Oh!
Done for. Everyone get out.
What I should have done was gone immediately around the house, but I decided to sneak a shot in. It was obviously a poor decision. I could have just hid and let him roll by. Get back into the garage. So I got enough to get maybe halfway ranked for the team, because I did destroy 1 tank, and that's usually enough to get you halfway on your team. Let's roll out AMX 1390. He's going to be doing a spotting mission. 4,000 hit points he has to spot in order to complete the mission. And as I've said in my other videos, absolutely I've done it before, but you can't do it on every map, or it's difficult to do on every map. Light tanks and SPGs sometimes require more time to get into battle, and I'm not sure the reason why. It's just something that I've noticed. Okay, so this is a map where I could easily get the spotting damage. So I'm going to head to a spotting position, and I'm just going to sit there and hope for the best. The only way that I will fail is if I have a really dumb team. and if they don't take advantage of my spotting, then we're really going to be screwed. Here's what happens. You go up to the spotting position, and I'm going to spot tanks. It's absolutely a fact. But my team will probably be in really dumb positioning, and they won't take any shots on those tanks, and those tanks will sit out there in the open, nobody hitting them. And it will happen. Guaranteed it's going to happen. I got one tank coming with me, so I'm going to get right over here. I think that should be good. It's the turret that matters, not your tracks.
Our tracks are damaged. We're immobilized.
I guess I got spotted. I have Sixth Sense, and it did not alert me to being spotted. That was really weird. Have my button ready to go if I have to reverse. If they make it through that gap, I could easily be spotted. I'm alerting my allies to take shots at this Yag Tiger. I really want him dead. Oh, he's taking a dive.
Target acquired.
Could easily get a kill.
We didn't even scratch them. Where'd they go?
Ah!
Done for. Everyone get out.
So maybe it was a stupid move firing on him. I didn't realize it would ruin my game. I probably should have just left it alone. It looks like he is still alive. Okay, so that's the game.